Hello everybody, Matranus from this site, and today we'll be speaking about usable items, buffing your character, and just trying to do as much as we can before the fight begins to give us some kind of the advantage. So let's start from the really basic idea. What is the point of usable items in the game? Of course, to use it. So if we have the layer that is focusing on using this stuff, let's speak about the stuff that we can use overall, because there is like two types of the stuff that we can use primary in the fight. That is only like two of them. First of all, and main one, painkillers. They like regenerating our health is like a health potion on any different kinds of different games. So we can just like throw it in and just like regen a lot of health. And for example, we have three different tiers of them. So we have tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. The same is with, for example, different stuff. So I will just like put it right here. Oh, I already eat one. It doesn't matter. And yeah, and it's like a different. So for example, this is the level 1 painkillers. They are just fake one. So we receiving like 192.9 points of life, but it's depending on our health. So for example, if I take this off, and I reduce my life, this only return lower amount. So if you wanted to use like a better like painkillers and overall, you're supposed to have more life because it's like percentage depending. It's the same with the food, it's the same with the campfire, for example. So everything is the same. So right now we have managed to get some damage. What we can do, we can put a campfire in the middle of the woods, sit on it and try to regenerate. Of course, remember, don't sit in it because you will burn your ass. So right now we can eat something, for example, piece of the dried meat. And if you have a problem with mana, you can always eat like cabbage salad, right? The health is restoring like quite fast, but main point is like on the beginning of your journey, you're supposed to use the campfire to bring your hero. Don't keep it up, don't save it in your like pocket, just use it. Use it. This will be a lot of consumables on the way. You will receive a lot of them from the mission, a lot from the grinding and from fighting against the mobs. So, secondly, what is the second types of usable that we can use? And it's like some kind of the shots, creams, or pills, additional one. So, as we can see, if we use like painkillers, we have a cooldown of 1 minute of it. So the heal potion working in a fight, it's like 60 seconds and we can only eat it once, right? After this cooldown, we can use it again. So, okay, if we have like quite tanky character, we have like a lot of painkillers, we can even play without of healer, but it's like really, really complicated and hard. So, what is the different option? For example, we can try to use something like restorative ointment. So this is the cream that we put on our character, and we can only have like 2 of this, like 5 minutes effect of just like long-term effect. For example, every single different types of this usable stuff, this only can be 2 on your character. For example, I first used the shot, now I use the ointment, now I wanted to use like the small joint, and it's replace itself, right? If I wanted to do the cream again, it will restore the time effect on it, right? So remember, always 2 effect. If I wanted to have the mana, this will replace with this. If I wanted to use like critical chance, this will replace with the pills. So you need to just like figure it out what to do, and you cannot use like level 1 and then level 2. You need to use something differently. For example, we can use funny pills and we can use magic pills. It's like simple matter, right? So two effects on our character that lasting, for example, 5 minutes. This one will take us for 10 minutes. So this is level 2, and this is like the one of the main difference, right? And level 3, I must admit, is like weak because it's only like 360 seconds. So I don't know if this is a bug of this way of they will just like, I don't know, maybe replace it in the future. But right now, tier 3, it's like not usable really much. Only like really hard fight where you need to have like strong power up in your character. So now we will relate to what kind of the power spike is it. This is the Bosteroid shot that we can use on the first level on our character. That is like flat out, nothing special on it, just first level character. Okay, plus 10 attack power. It's not too much, right? Okay, first level. I mean, the simplest way to compare it is to just like see steroid implant. This is the first artifact that we can put on our character with attack power on it. From 5 to 10. Eating this stuff gives us for 5 minutes the same amount of the stat as the max out roll on the steroid implant, and we can only have like a limited amount of them. So we can do additional line of stats to our character, and believe me, this 10 points when we are weak on the start of the game is like, this is really beating the enemies out. If we have something like a flight out, I don't know, 25 points of power when we're hitting the enemy, now we get to 55 points. This is like a lot. So remember about this to use it. Secondly, we have something like adrenaline shot. It's like more for attack speed. And in my opinion, it's not so potent. Of course, if we're doing something like an AD carry or something, yeah, it's quite nice, but not in my perspective. Small joint, almost unusable, because most of the time you will just sell it. Even the big one, the 4% of the critical chance, believe me, like one artifact that is like quite nice roll with level 2 will give you 6%. So this is like almost nobody use it. So keep it to sell it. We can have like mana pipe to regenerate our health, our mana inside of the fight, or restorative ointment to regenerate our HP in the turn of the fight. This is quite nice, I must admit. Titanium ointment, especially potent on tank, and of course, unset screen give us the magic resist or more tankiness. So quite nice premium stuff to use. Funny pills and joyful pills, it's the same stuff that we have like with a small joint. Not enough percentage in my opinion. This is like almost useless. Most of the time you sell the funny pills, and joyful pills the same, so it's no use. Magic capsules and magic pills, they are fine, I think, but the spell power amount, it's not like great, I must admit. So even if we have like 100 spell power, I mean, if we have like this 50 points of additional spell power, this don't give us too much, because this is don't relay like this 10 points on the Bosteroid shots. For, in my opinion, this is supposed to be buffed, but it's like only my opinion. So it's like not too usable, but if you're playing only as this like magical spellcaster, yes, you can use it. And as I say, when we go with the tier, so this is tier 1, this is tier 2, this is tier 3. So if we can have it, something like attack power 10 points, attack power 20 points, so it's doubled, and it's doubled again to 40. So it's like quite nice, I must admit. So we wanted to use it as much as we can, especially on the really hard fight, because when I just like put this on, I will have like 230 210 points attack, right? Yeah. So it's like really nice. And if we can have this effects, of course, of ongoing, we need to remember about this. There is like additional effect two types that we can have. So when we placing the basic campfire, we only regenerating health and mana. There is like 4 different types of the campfire right now in the game. So we have normal campfire that we receiving on the beginning from the quest from Maxwell. We will have like Heartwood campfire that if I remember from Zogar. We received this recipe from Zogar from one of these quests, and we can buy 2 additional ones. So Stonebark campfire and Tree Root campfire. This can be find out sometimes in the wild or somewhere from NPCs to buy. And this 2 one give us some additional really nice effect, because of course every single campfire from the duration of 60 seconds is like increasing efficiency of our food, so it's nice. Heartwood campfire even make it double, but Stonebark campfire give us additional armor and magic resist, and over here like additional health and mana. Tree Root campfire in my opinion is the best, but if we play as a tank we can use Stonebark campfire for ourselves. Maybe not for all the party, but the whole party will use it too. So when we sit close to this campfire, we will eat, but not normal food, but eat the food with a special tag on it. For example, more attack power, as we can see, 170. And we can see something like, I have something for mana. Oh yeah, I have it. So we have 5 additional resist. So as you can see, we will get 135. We have 170. Let's this end up. And as we eat close to this campfire, as you can see, we receive a buff from this campfire. So you can see we have a like Stonebark campfire, increase armor, increase magic resist, right? Oh, and you have it. We have just like increase it again, right? And attack power, of course, 181, right? So this is really, really nice thing to do, to eat something close to this campfire. And of course, we can just like, even if this dies, and only saying this is like 7 minutes, we can put additional Stonebark campfire, sit on it, and try to eat something more, right? As we eat, we will receive some additional stuff, but it's only like always 2 buff on our character. So if I eat something right now, I don't have something. Oh, I have this. So we will eat this and we will see, but I think this will remove it. And as you can see, we have maximum amount of the stacks on it. So every single time when we eat close to the campfire, and this food don't will be working if we not eat it without of the campfire. So this satiety effect only appears on the time when we sitting close to the table. And as you can see, we have a different effect right now, as you can see, right? So it's only 2. And right now we can see it's 2, we will use this, we will use this. Okay, yeah. We right now are extremely nice prepared for fight. We have a 5 different effect on our character. And this is one of the way of looking on one of this like warrior tree abilities. Over here. The character deals 1% more damage for each positive effect lasting more than a minute that is active on them, up to maximum of 5%. So if we will choose this one with the warrior, we don't only start up every single fight and for the all time of this fight, we will have this maximum amount of 5 additional percent of additional attack on our character, right? And we have all this buff. So this is the preparation, and I wanted to explain you this exactly how to do it, so you can just like relate to your own activities. So for example, if you first time encountering some bosses, do the campfire, eat something properly. If this is like magical boss, eat something to give you magical resist, mana regeneration. There is like a lot of different food that you can cook that have like additional effect. For example, we will go to the bottom. Oaken pie gives you magical resist. This bread gives you magical resist. This don't give you nothing special. Titan sandwich is like really nice for mana. The increase incoming damage from main attacks by 10%. If you can just like eat this kind of the stuff, or eat like energy toast that is increasing your movement speed by 5%, this is great. And remember, this effect from this like food can appear only 2 times. So remember, don't eat more than 2 times, 2 different stuff. So most of the time you wanted to have something like, for example, this combination, right? Ramen, that is regenerating the health. And for example, chocolate, that is breaking you some mana regeneration and magic resist, for example, right? So 2 different types of just like ramen and titanium sandwich, right? So it's like mana, and over here we have HP regeneration, because you cannot just pop on 2 effect from the effect. So remember to have, I will show you on this. We will have dried meat and we will have cabbage and carrot salad, right? 1 regenerate health, 1 regenerate mana. So if we will just like put on 2 of this effect, you can see we have 2, everything is nice. When we eat like egg salad, that is replenishing both of them disappear. So remember to have different food that can be reliable. So have always something to eat for mana and something to eat for health, because you don't need to always have 2 stat regenerate. And use this stuff. This always stay in my inventory. If you play Gothic 1, you remember you're going to the end of the game with a lot of like life flask or different stuff in your inventory, and you don't know what to do with them. This is the stuff. Use it all the time before every single fight. You will make your game move smooth and you will make your experience better. So this is my advice. And of course, remember, you can always craft this by alchemy, and you can always craft this by cooking. So it's not too like hard to do. Okay, so we have usable items, and now we go to additional spells. So this will be another layer of the gameplay, if you will understand this one that I have been speaking through right now. Thank you for your attention, and see you again in the future.